Hello everyone, it's Dianne at Minerva. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. And today I'm going to share a make with you for a t-shirt. So it's this new look pattern 6730, and as you can see there are different variations you can make on this pattern. We will be making the other options in future videos. So today we're making the t-shirt. It's a V-neck. And what we're going to be using today is this Minerva exclusive viscose jersey. It's a beautiful design. It's boudoir bouquet. I love this design because it is just so rich looking. It's super soft, a beautiful, a delicate design. Wash and prepare that fabric before we get started. Then when you've done that, we're going to go and cut our pattern pieces together. Make sure that you check your sizing on the back of the packet before we do this. And when you've done that, we're ready to go and cut our pattern pieces. So let's do that now. Here are our pattern pieces for our t-shirt. So here is your front piece, and with this piece we're going to cut it on the fold. So the fold line is here. Make sure that you note your markings, and there is also a centre double line here where you can lengthen or shorten. Here is the back piece. This time we're going to cut two pieces. The straight grain is this way. Again, make a note of your markings. Here we have our sleeve piece. You're going to cut two pieces. Here is a straight grain. Make a note of your markings. Then we have the back facing. You're going to cut two of fabric and two of interfacing. And the front facing, cut one on the fold of fabric and one on the fold of interfacing. Now we're ready to begin making our top. So first of all, wind half of your thread onto your machine spool and then check your machine needle. So I'm using a stretch needle today. So because we're using a jersey fabric, you need to make sure that you use either a stretch or a ballpoint needle. So test this on a piece of scrap before we get started. Now when you've done that, we're going to take both of our back pieces and we're going to stitch that centre back seam up to the notch and then reinforce. So let's do that first of all. Now we're going to pin our two back pieces together with right sides facing. We're going to pin them down the back centre seam, but we need to stop at this point here. So here, part the way down the back neck, we have a marking. We're going to stitch to here and we're going to back tag to reinforce it. This is where our zip is going to go, so we need to make sure we leave this open. As you can see, I've already overlocked down both my sides. Now you can do this or do it with a zigzag stitch if you prefer before you begin. We're going to stitch that now. Use a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch, and remember you need to use a stretch or ballpoint needle. I've also made my stitch a little smaller. We're working with a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. Now you're going to press under each side of your t-shirt here. So on the left you want to press it under at 1.5 centimetres and on the right 1.3 like this. Then we're going to take our zipper and we want to place it. So the stopper here is 2.5 centimetres from the top, so you may want to mark this with chalk like this. And we want to place it so that our teeth are in line with where we've just pressed it, just here. So here's our marking, here's the top of your zipper. Pin it in place for now and we're going to base that in position. Now turn it over so that you can clearly see. Make sure that it's still in line with that crease that you've made when you pressed it. Change to your zipper foot and we're going to stitch up the side of these zippered teeth. Try not to pull on it as you do so. Now lap the left side over the right like this by 3mm. You may wish to pin it in place, as I've done here, or you could hand stitch it. Then from the wrong side we're going to stitch it with the zipper foot to the zip and then flip it back over, and then we can top stitch it once we have it in place. But I would stitch it in place first of all with your zipper foot from the wrong side. Now stitch your zip down from the right side. Now pin your front to your back at the shoulder seams like this, and we're also going to cut 2 pieces of seam tape. Within the seam line we're going to stitch this in place, and this is just to keep your shoulder from stretching out. I'm going to put it to the back piece, and then we can fold that towards it and give it a press once it's in position. I'll also edge finish both my seams together. So we're going to stitch that in place. So it's a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, so put that piece of seam tape at the centre of the seam line. Now stitch it in place. Now pin your front to your back at the side seam like this, and we're going to stitch that with a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. When you've done this, we can edge finish it and press it flat. Now you're going to apply interfacing to your front and back neck facings like this. Then you're going to stitch the shoulder seam, right sides facing, matching the notches. And when you've done this, you're going to edge finish or overlock the outer unnotched edge. Now you're going to pin your facing to your neckline, so you want to make sure it extends at either side like this, 1.5 on one side and 1.3 on the other, in line with the amount you folded back on your seams here where you applied your zip. Make sure you line up the shoulder seams and the centre front point here. When you get to the centre front point, you're going to want to stitch over it twice just to reinforce it. So pin it all the way around, and we're now going to stitch that in place. Now you're going to understitch your seam to your facing. So I've given it a little trim, and I've also notched it a little. Press the seam towards the facing, and we're stitching close to the seam line here, just a few millimetres away. And this will just stop your facing from rolling outwards when you're wearing it. Now you're going to hand stitch the facing to the top of the zip on the inside. Now mark a 2 centimetre line all the way around with chalk. So I've just done dots here and there. And you can also use your plate as a guide, or use a piece of tape and stick it here at 2 centimetres if you haven't got a guide on your machine. And we're going to top stitch it all the way around. Now ease stitch around the top of your sleeves between the markings. Use a long stitch. Sew your underarm seam. Now you can edge finish your seam, and when you've done this, we're going to turn up our hem. Now when you sew your hem, you can use a zigzag stitch and catch it, just knit close to the edge, or you could use a twin needle if you wish. Alternatively, you could do a double fold. I'm going to overlock mine and then just turn it up once and stitch it using a slight zigzag stitch to maintain the stretch. It's a 2.5 centimetre hem, so I've pinned mine up before I begin. Now we're going to set in our sleeve, so turn your t-shirt the wrong way around and your sleeve the right way around, and you'll see you have 1 notch on one side and 2 notches on the other. You need to make sure that you get the right sleeve. So if we pop it inside the armhole like this, matching up the underarm seam, So just place a pin there for now. And then you'll see the front you have the 1 notch and the 1 notch on the sleeve. And at the back you have 2 notches and 2 notches on the sleeve. If you have the wrong sleeve, just pick the other one up. You'll know if your notches don't match if you've got the wrong one. Make sure you match up the centre point here on the sleeve with the shoulder. And then when you have those key places pinned, you can pull on your ease stitching and pin it the rest of the way. Now, as we're working with a jersey, it's quite easy to manipulate into place anyway. Pin it the rest of the way around, and then we're going to stitch that in place. Now turn at the bottom of your hem. There is a 3.8 centimetre hem allowed. I've overlocked a little off on mine before I begin, and then I've pinned it in position. So here's the finished t-shirt. Well, I hope you enjoyed sewing along with me today. I think this is a really useful t-shirt to have in your wardrobe. I think there's also the option to leave the zip out if you wish. I can get this particular t-shirt on over my head without undoing the zip, so that's just something to think about if you don't want to add in that step. Now, I will be making the trousers and the skirt in another video in case you're interested in those. Remember to take a look at the Minerva Craft Club to get 10% off all your orders for a whole year. And of course, don't forget to create a free account with us, joining with our wonderful worldwide sewing community. It's a great place to gain some inspiration. That's all from me for today, but I hope to be back soon with another sew along for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.